The film begins with John Wick crashing his car into a wall. He stumbles out of the wreck, bleeding and clutching his stomach. In pain, he watches a video of himself and his late wife, Helen, smiling together on a beach before collapsing to the ground. A few days earlier, on a gray morning, John had woken up filled with memories of Helen, the dinners they once shared, and the sorrowful moment she collapsed into his arms. The story then moves to a hospital, where John softly kisses her forehead after the doctor leaves. Grief-stricken, he holds her necklace tightly in his hand. It is revealed that Helen had died from a terminal illness. John drives to her funeral, and after the ceremony, the guests slowly leave until he is alone by her grave. From afar, a man watches him silently. Soon after, Marcus, an old friend, approaches to offer his condolences and kindly check on him. They share a short conversation before Marcus leaves. When John returns home, he starts cleaning up. The doorbell rings, and he finds a delivery worker holding a box. Inside the box is a small beagle puppy. Inside the box, John finds a letter from his late wife, Helen. In it, she accepts her fate and hopes he can find happiness again. Starting with the puppy, her words move John to tears. He lifts the puppy from the box and notices a collar decorated with flowers, showing that Helen had named her Daisy. He gently places the puppy on the floor. The next morning, John wakes up to the puppy climbing onto his bed and following him around the house. He shares some popcorn with it, then decides to buy real dog food and take it for a drive in his 1969 Ford Mustang Mach-1. When he stops at a gas station, a man named Joseph Tarasov and two henchmen approach him. Joseph admires John's car and offers to buy it, but John refuses. Joseph's rude attitude and insults in Russian make John angry, but one of Joseph's men steps in, and John drives away. Later that day, John drove to an abandoned construction site and drifted his car wildly to vent his anger, narrowly missing several trucks before stopping. That night, while he was asleep, Daisy needed to go outside, so he took her downstairs. Suddenly, two men appeared, and a third hit him in the head with a club. John fell to the ground as they attacked and killed Daisy. They searched him, took his car keys, and the man who had hit him removed his mask. It was Joseph. He cursed at John before knocking him unconscious. When John wakes up, he finds Daisy dead and lies beside her for a moment before burying her. He cleans the house, still haunted by memories of the attack and his late wife. Meanwhile, Joseph drives John's Mustang to Aurelio's garage, asking for fake papers and new license plates. Aurelio recognizes the car and asks where it came from. Joseph proudly says he stole it. Aurelio immediately tells him to leave, but Joseph arrogantly mentions his family's power. Aurelio punches him and reminds him that he knows he's Vigo's son. One of Joseph's men tries to pull a gun but is stopped. Joseph then leaves, hurling insults and threatening to take his business elsewhere. John visited Aurelio's garage, and Aurelio confirmed that John's stolen car had been there. He also revealed that the person who brought it in was Joseph, Vigo's son. Not long after, Vigo called Aurelio, demanding to know why he had hit Joseph. Aurelio explained that Joseph had stolen John Wick's car and killed his dog. Vigo replied with a short, "Oh," but he looked worried. When he returned to his penthouse, he ordered his men to bring Joseph to him. Meanwhile, John went to his basement, broke through the floor with a sledgehammer, and uncovered a hidden collection of weapons and gold. At the same time, Vigo visited Joseph at his house. He first praised Joseph's stylish coat, then suddenly punched him in the stomach for causing trouble. When Joseph tried to leave after his men suggested it, Vigo demanded that he stay. Vigo tells Joseph that John Wick, once known as Baba Yaga, used to work for him before retiring to marry Helen. He remembers seeing John kill 3 men in a bar with just a pencil. When John decided to leave the criminal world, Vigo gave him an impossible task, killing several powerful targets in a short time. John completed it, helping build the Tarasov Empire. Although Joseph insists he can handle things, Vigo warns him that John will come after him, and there will be no way to escape. Vigo tried to make peace by calling John, but John hung up, showing that things were already beyond repair. That night, John locked his house, loaded his guns, and got ready for the hit squad Vigo had sent. The assassins soon realized they had made a terrible mistake. John fought them fiercely, taking down each one without hesitation. After several brutal fights, he killed them all. Even though Vigo had sent 12 assassins, none of them survived. After the fight, a police officer knocked on John's door. The officer recognized him and asked about the noise. When he noticed a dead body inside, he hinted at John's old business. John calmly said he was just cleaning up, and the officer left. John then called the underworld cleanup crew, who quickly arrived and cleaned the scene, knowing this wouldn't be their last job for him.
Good to see you, John. Feared you'd left all this behind? I'll be hearing from you anytime soon, Charlie.
Meanwhile, Vigo met with Marcus, one of John's old acquaintances, and offered him a $2 million contract to kill John. Vigo also told his assistant, Avi, to spread the word about the contract so other killers could join in. Marcus accepted the offer without hesitation. Meanwhile, John went to the Continental Hotel in New York, a safe place for criminals where killing is strictly forbidden inside. There, he met familiar faces like Perkins and Sharon, greeted an old friend, and paid for a room using gold coins that assassins use as currency. The hotel's manager, Winston, was then introduced. When John asked Winston where Joseph was, Winston told him he was at a nightclub called the Red Circle. John went there right away, where Joseph was partying with his friends. As he entered, John ran into an old acquaintance and told him to take the night off, which the man gladly did. Inside, while Joseph was in the bathhouse area, John showed up downstairs and killed one of his men. Realizing John was there, Joseph panicked and ran for his life. John continued to shoot down the remaining attackers, but Joseph barely managed to escape. Later, Joseph called his man Victor, only to hear John the feared Baba Yaga mocking him on the phone. John then returned to the Continental and asked Sharon to call a doctor. While treating the wound on his abdomen, the doctor warned him to rest so the stitches wouldn't tear, but taking it easy was never something John could do. That night, Marcus set up his sniper rifle on a rooftop across from John's room. When he saw John asleep, he also noticed Perkins sneaking in. Marcus fired a warning shot, giving John just enough time to dodge her attack. It turned out that Vigo had raised the bounty to $4 million for anyone willing to break the Continental's rules and kill John.
Where to break hotel rules. He's a pussy.
John fought Perkins, trapped her in a chokehold, and promised to spare her life if she gave him useful information. Perkins revealed that Vigo kept most of his money hidden in the basement of a church. John quickly knocked her out and left her with Harry, paying him a gold coin to watch her without drawing attention. While being held, Perkins dislocated her thumb to free herself, then killed Harry by pressing a pillow over his face and shooting through it. Meanwhile, John went to the church, found Vigo's hidden stash, shot the priest, and killed anyone who tried to stop him. John forced the priest to take him to the vault and open it. After sending the women inside away, he set the entire place on fire, burning all of Vigo's money and valuables. As he left the chapel, John climbed onto the roof of a nearby building. From there, he saw Vigo and his men arriving. A fierce gunfight broke out between John and Vigo's group. John took down most of the attackers until one of them jumped into an SUV. While reloading and shooting another target, John was hit and knocked to the ground. Vigo took the chance to capture him. When John woke up, Vigo asked why he was willing to kill over a car and a dog. John told him that Joseph had killed the dog, his late wife's last gift to him, and warned Vigo to hand over Joseph or die with him. Vigo left John to be killed by his men, but Marcus stepped in, shooting one of the hitmen and giving John the chance to kill the other before escaping to the street. Seeing Vigo's getaway car, John shot the driver and aimed his gun at Vigo, forcing him to reveal that Joseph was hiding in a safe house in Brooklyn. John then left Vigo behind and went after his target. Inside the safe house, Joseph was casually playing video games with one of his guards, while the area outside was heavily protected by multiple teams and snipers. While everyone was still reacting, John quickly took a sniper rifle from an unconscious attacker and began taking out targets with deadly accuracy. Joseph tried to run as his escape cars exploded, but John caught up to him and shot him in the stomach and head without hesitation. After getting his revenge, John thanked Marcus for helping him. However, Perkins had overheard their contact and reported it to Vigo. Furious, Vigo ordered his men to trap Marcus inside his home. The scene then shifts to Vigo calling John, telling him that Marcus had failed his mission and was about to be killed. Marcus fought back, managing to take down a few men, but Perkins eventually shot and killed him. Afterward, Vigo boarded a helicopter to escape the city, planning for John to go to Marcus's house and fall into an ambush set by Perkins. However, Perkins was called to a meeting with Winston, the owner of the Continental. He told her that she had broken the hotel's rules, which meant her membership was revoked and her life was now forfeit. After finding Marcus's body, John set out to destroy Vigo and everything connected to him. He rammed his car into Vigo's convoy as they headed for their helicopter, trying to cut off their escape. Avi tried to attack John, but his car crashed into an SUV, skidded off the road, and plunged into the sea. In the fight that followed, John pulled off a precise move that made Vigo's car slam into a pole. Russian gunmen rushed out of the SUV, but John used his car as cover and took them all down with a sledgehammer. Avi got out of the car to face John, but was quickly taken down. Suddenly, Vigo rammed his SUV into John's car, but John jumped out just before both vehicles plunged into the sea. The two then faced each other in a tense, Western-style standoff. They lowered their guns and began a brutal hand-to-hand fight. When Vigo pulled a knife, John grabbed it and used it to his advantage, breaking Vigo's arm and stabbing him in the chest. Still unable to believe it all happened because of a dog, Vigo died, and John walked away.